Hi, I'm Doc Owen, and this is our final day of Legion Week, where we're showing you what you can expect from the Legion 12 pack. Hopefully you've been able to go back and decide whether or not you want to spend your 180 bucks on these figures. I hope you do. I think it is a set worthy of purchase. There are some things that I wish had been different. I think that more than just swapping heads out, I think we could have used some personality things. Karate Kid being able to kick with a karate chop hand. Irma, Saturn Girl being, with something with her hand being able to touch her forehead. I think that kind of would have been cool. I think having their arms spread out like that, like these guys, is a bit of a problem. Now today, we're going to be looking at Bryn Londo, the Timberwolf, Lyle Norg, the Invisible Kid, and Tinsel Kim, the Matter Eater Lad. Now, let's start off with Timberwolf. I'm very glad that they went with this representation of the character with the more lupine features. I'm glad they didn't go with his normal human looking self. I'm glad they didn't go with him, what was he called, Furball, or then later Lupine, when he was basically a werewolf type deal. This is, to me, is the way he's supposed to look. I like the fact that they gave him the whited out eyes, the hair. They did a very, very good job giving that look. Nice widow's peak there. This is the way I always liked him. Now, I do think he should have been a little bit more ferocious looking. I think if you were going to open one of the characters' mouth, I know that they basically screwed up on most of the smiles of these guys, but this would have been a good time to like have him smirk, and you could see maybe his canines a little bit. I think that would have been neat. But all in all, this is a very, very neat looking figure. They did a good job on the uniform and the paint app. I really do like the hair. I wish it was waved out a little bit, but a little bit too much, and it'll look like Wolverine. But anyway, let's move on. Now, here we've got Lyle Norg, the Invisible Kid. I'm glad they went with Lyle rather than, what was the French guy's name, Javier? And I always liked Lyle Net better. There we go, yeah. All right, now, I think that the paint job is decent. I think that they, looking here at the headband, I think that could have been changed a little bit. You'll be able to see it a little bit better in the up close. I think that the uniform itself looks fine. He's a little taller. I always think of Lyle. I mean, here, let's look at these guys next to each other. I always think of Lyle as a little bit shorter than the rest. I don't know why that is, but I always thought he was a little bit smaller. But I'm still glad to get him. I think that they should have watched the quality of some of this paint job and stuff like that. But again, I'm okay with it. But I'll show you him close up. Okay, now, Tinsel Kim, the Matter Eater Lad, I know he went a little bit crazy and stuff like that, but, he got his act back together. Now, I always thought he was kind of a weird character all the way around, that we were going to have a guy that his superpower was he could eat anything. I mean, that's like having Mikey on your team. He'll eat anything. He does have one of the best faces of the entire thing because they've got him made him look like he's chewing, and you'll be able to see it close up. But I really, really do like that. The uniform looks fine. It looks good, nice and tight paint jobs and stuff. All in all, this is a cool looking figure. There's not much to him though. Basically, he's his head. Now, in saying this, since we're here, I think, though I like this figure, I like what they did with the mouth. He was one of the first figures that they had that they were actually able to show, which I think the reason is because basically he's just a head. And there were some other choices that I would have put in here. Mon-El, I think, would have been a much better choice. Really, there's a whole lot of people I would have thought of before Matter Eater Lad. But I'm cool with it. For the most part. Okay, well, let's take a look at these guys close up. Another one of my very favorite Legioners, Brenlando, Timberwolf, originally Lone Wolf. You ever wondered why it is like characters like Wolverine, who's such a lone wolf, quote unquote, he joins every team that he possibly can? Now, I mean, I'm surprised he hadn't joined the Avengers Super Pets thing. But anyway, I love the fact that his eyes are whited out. They did a great job on the hair going back. You can see it all the way around. I mean, that is an excellent, excellent job. Uniform, though it's simplistic, looks nice. I like the fact that he's a thinner buck and not one of the thicker ones. I mean, I think this is very well done. And I really like this representation of the character. Well, now on to the second member of the espionage squad, Invisible Kid. So here we are looking at Lyle. And when you look up close, I do think this is a good sculpt. I mean, you can kind of see he's got some good head articulation here, but I don't know. There's something a little bit missing to me. Not sure exactly what it is. Paint job looks okay. Arms move, elbows, wrists, those look good. He can Jean-Claude Van Damme. There we go. Back of the thing looks great. All in all, he's a pretty decent figure. I do hope they do a variant to him, though. There's just something missing. But anyway, let's get on to the final figure of Legion Week, the Matter-Eater Lad. I really, really do like this face sculpt. Even though I really don't think this figure should have been included in the set, I really like the face sculpt. I think maybe one of the reasons it was included is maybe because of the tooling cost on some of the other figures. But really, he's this sculpt and making him look like he's eating, I think they did an excellent job. Now, there's not much to the rest of him. Just a simple costume. He's got the half gloves, Legion ring there. All in all, he's not a bad figure at all. He's a great representation of the character. I just wish we'd have had somebody else. Well, how have you enjoyed Legion Week? Did this give you the information you need? October 17th is the day that you can purchase one of these, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. That if you'd like to buy this Legion set, I really think it's worth your money. I think it's a great set. The packaging is great. Gives you a great way to display it both loose and in the box. Some cool little extras, having the Legion ring and things like that. But let me know what you think. Let us know whether you're going to invest your money. Now, like saying this, I would invest my money as long as I could still make my mortgage payment, my car payment, my rent payment. I wouldn't like forego those to get this set. But it is very, very cool, and I think very worthy of purchase. Well, I hope you've enjoyed Legion Week. This is Doc on with Action Figure Times.